But yeah, I figured if I had nobody to talk to after stream, then I might as well do some rival wings. So here we are, rival wingsing. The thing that irked me so much after you can still come. This match will only be like 10 minutes. Everybody on the forums and like podcasts that I was listening to, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Elizabeth was so stupid for lying. Everyone's gonna know she lied. They're gonna find out what it is, and then she's gonna be screwed." And I'm like, "No, the only people who are gonna know she lied are the ones who also go, and they're also going to lie." And so, and then this week, oh, guess what? Somebody else went from another tribe, so it doesn't even matter yet this week. Guess what? She also fucking lied. She told the same lie, basically, and no one's giving her any shit for it. And, ugh, that just bothers me. You're gonna come do some rival wings. I'll hop on Discord so you can make sure I don't forget to invite you when I get out of this. You'll come in 10 minutes. Alright, but like, yell at me, because I forget. Damn, you really. I do love Survivor. I do. Alright. Get off your mount. Cure fucking to the shit out of this. So I learned Cure 1 costs nothing. I can spam the shit out of Cure 1 all day. Cure 2 runs me dry. Oh good, people are fighting. Alright, I hope they're not dying. Nope, they seem to be okay. They seem to be kicking some butt. You're being silly but BRB? Wait, what? Why are you being silly? I don't understand. Who needs help? This guy. I gotcha. I gotcha. The Vikings are fine. They're just gonna go blow themselves up before anybody can kill them. Oh my god, I've been healing a frog. I hear a train. Man, I'm so glad that Clay's gonna join me, because then I know like 100% I don't have to care about riding mechs, because I'm terrible at it. The mammoths are coming! The mammoths are coming! Let me just do this. I'll be fine. Somebody's fan dancing me. There's a ninja. Oh my god, no! 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 Oh, fuck. I had a good run. What team am I even on? Ravens? Okay. How is there somebody dead in the base? Why do I not even have a map open? Oh, we got a oppressor going this way. Where are you going, dude? What do you think you're doing? I mean, alright, sure. You... I need to get ahead of him so I can knock him the other way. God damn it. That did not help in the slightest. While I'm down here, are there cerulean tanks to be had? There is one. We can go for a little bit more. Nobody in my team is in a thing. Somebody died, hopefully they'll get into it. Where's Clay? Clay, I need you to be a mech. Mech. Hello, how's it going, guys? All right. Let's do some... 29 sounds good. Hi, Newsroom. Hi, Fuzzy. Poopers? Are you a pooper, Newsroom? Are we all poopers because we poop? Alright. I was thinking about not streaming today because I think that my raid group's not running tonight because it's Halloween and we cleared on Tuesday, but there was talk about using our off nights to do some Hades, but given that it's Halloween, I kind of suspect that's not going to happen. Let me double check. No, there's not been any updates, although Star is literally typing right now, so maybe I will know. Yeah, apparently it's horrible weather everywhere, because even my coworkers down in the States were complaining about it. They're down in Atlanta. The mayor wants to postpone Halloween. I mean, I guess that's one option. Oh, Star is not typing anymore. A lot of people are complaining about the weather or about the mayor wanting to postpone Halloween. I mean, that's the thing with Halloween. Like, it's hit or miss. Like, sometimes you get good weather and sometimes you get shitty weather. Like, it's just a thing. Oh, they want it to be postponed. That's a weird, I don't know. That's like a weird thing to postpone. Let me just check what the weather is. Is it currently? It says it's not raining here. Wait. What time is it? Why is it not going past 6 on my app? That doesn't make any sense. I'm very confuzzled. This doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. It was tomorrow at 6. No, it is cloudy and it's going to be windy and it's supposed to rain around 10, which is kind of late, but it might be raining now. Who knows? You remember wearing a kimono and going in the rain as a kid? You know what? I've never, ever been trick-or-treating. So, I don't have any good Halloween stories. Oh, Star is not going out, but it's because she's not feeling well. So, anyways, I should probably start this MSQ, which, oh yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking about not streaming, but then I was like, wow, I really need to put in some time and get this MSQ done, and then spend more time in Hades. So, also, I did a glamour for Halloween. This was my last minute thing. I just threw Halloween-y stuff together. It's cute. It's just not very creative, but it's cute, so we're going to go with it. Shaken Resolve. Tataru seems eager to make up for lost time. I actually have no idea where the MSQ is going, so this should be interesting. Ari, gods, it's good to see you. I hope you being here means you've had your fill of rest. More than my fill. More than my fill. It's been forever. Ugh, I lost. Well, you certainly earned it. You recently ate a whole O. Henry bar. You're supposed to eat a whole O. Henry bar. That's why it's a bar. All one thing, so you eat the whole thing. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. I don't know who she's talking about. I don't remember. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance Whoa, we've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped in the Gimlet Dark, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement. Oh yeah, the Empire! We don't care about that shit still? You were saving it for 2 weeks for Halloween. It was yummy, but your diet's been horrible. I'm still on my cleanse, but I have 2 more days after today, and I'm super excited to be done, although really still nervous, because, like, tonight, I ended up working late. And the only reason that I was able to start my stream at 7 without stressing was because I'm on my trip is next week. I leave on Sunday night. But yeah, because I just had to make like a drink really quick. And then easy peasy. And so if I had to like actually cook food, which I'm trying to make a plan to cook food instead of going out and getting fast food all the time. Do I like weed? I don't think I haven't done enough weed in my life to have an opinion either way, to be perfectly honest. So I haven't had any like experiences with it that made me really like it, and I haven't had any experiences with it that made me not like it. It's just I've had some experiences that were I've had like a couple experiences in my life that were meh, that just like didn't really do much for me. So yeah, that's just how I feel. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you can tell me more about your time in the first. Yes, let me tell you a novel. Winter just said yay to my streaming. Why is he not watching my stream? Sure, he can join me in the new dungeon. Hello, Winter. Now you're saying yay in the right place. Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flemon to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. Oh, yeah. Things that happened to Minfilia. We'll, we'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. Wait. Wait. Where? Where am I going? Where the heck am I going? Okay, just outside. Why is she in the House of Splendors? Didn't she used to, like, be right there where FME is? Who knows? Who knows? How's it going, Winter? How's your day been? I didn't ask how anyone else's day has been. I'm a jerk. So, Newsroom, also, how's your day been? And Fuzzy, if you're still kicking around, you can chime in too. Anybody else who's lurking, who I don't know yet. I'd love to hear about your days. I've been watching a lot of what I eat in a day YouTube videos just to see what like other people eat, which I feel is kind of like newsrooms, like going around and asking streamers what they ate. Oh, is it up top here? Or is it in here? No. Is it up top? Do I have to go up? Day's been okay. Generally feeling crappy lately, but yay that you cleared. Yeah, I'm super happy for that. Actually, it would be really helpful for me, guys, if everybody would just tell me what you ate today. I'm trying to get an idea of like what other people eat. I don't know how I want to eat, which is why like I'm still like not sure that this cleanse was a good idea because I still just don't know what I want to do. I feel like on one hand, I want to just be like, I should just eat whatever I want as long as I cook it myself and get in the habit of cooking and make that my prioritization and make sure I cook delicious things. And once I get in the habit of like cooking for myself regularly, then I should focus on like lowering my calories. But like right now, because I'm doing this juice cleanse basically that I've been having really low calories and so I'm not that hungry and so like I could get away with eating not very much when I come off this cleanse and it would be fine. You ate cauliflower, pea and chickpea curry with soft small tortillas instead of rice. Did you make that, Winter? Or where did you come by that? Because that sounds delicious. And I would like some. Ari, it's been too long. Tataru did mention I would be joining you, did she not? Oh, we're just meeting up here because there's tables. I got it. You made it in a way the curry sauce you bought though. That's fair. I'm down for buying the things that are difficult to make that you don't need to and just add flavor and deliciousness. Well, I don't know how difficult it is to make curry sauce, but I'm down for shortcuts in the kitchen. Thank you. Words cannot well express how I've longed to know more of the first. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. Oh man, I wasn't ready to start with this deep, depressing conversation. You've made curry sauce before, but obviously easier for the sauce to be bought. Just need to check how good / bad was your sauce. And so Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle, this girl who Thancred named Reen. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. You have no idea your parents bought the sauce and you made it? I mean, was it good or bad compared to the curry sauce that you've made before? Like, was it better? Was it worse? Was it the same? Was it curry sauce? Do you just not have a super refined palate like me where food is good, bad, and that's about it? Can't be that bad, especially since the ingredients itself not bad. Yay. Ari, might I ask you a favor when you next return to the First? To tell Reen what I cannot? To tell her, thank you. I forgot I was wearing this. Your homemade curry was better. You think it's because you're proud of making it. That's fair. How long did it take you to make the homemade curry sauce? And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Who is this? Hey, it's Ryle, right? That's his name. I think so. I remember things sometimes. Ryle! I remembered! About an hour. It's like 10 minutes prep and then 20 minutes simmer. That sounds like 30 minutes. Guys, I decided today I kind of really want an Instant Pot, but if I ordered it from Amazon, it wasn't going to come until Monday, and I'm not going to be here. But it'll only come on Monday because I had told Amazon not to ship me things on the weekend, so that's my own fault. Are you laughing at your you simmer / cook it with the 1 hour for the full curry together, but the sauce. Oh, okay, so it takes like an hour to make the whole thing, but the sauce takes like 30 minutes or 20 minutes. I'm not sure. Okay, cool. Ryle, I hope you're here to tell me you received word from our helper. Who is this helper they're talking about? Why do I not remember this? I wish. Nay, I've not heard a peep out of him. It's been a good long while now, too. Too bloody long. I don't want to do stuff with the Empire. I don't care about the Empire. I'm done with them. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can get a signal to him from closer up. You're going to die, Ryle. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. Arthur, stop that. Arthur. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. God knows there's enough shadows to hide in. Oh, yeah! Boo, happy Halloween. Yay! Oh, I should have made my title Happy Halloween. Halloween is just like another day to me. It's not like... Clearly, I'm not doing anything exciting for Halloween. I was gonna say something. I forgot that the Scions are all in the First still. And it beats waiting around here twiddling me thumbs. Any road. I just thought I'd let you know. Now I'd best be... Did he just walk off in the middle of a sentence? Ah, I nearly forgot. Kral's at the stones as well, and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients? She was getting ready to examine him again when I left. Oh, the bodies. Their bodies. The Scions' bodies. We'd best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Literally, with all this time that I'm going to spend, or that I've spent waiting on the source, by the time I go back to the First, like, years are going to have passed, right? Because time passes weirdly there. Oh, man. I guess we can just jump. Jump! Why can't I jump? There we go. Where am I going? Breaking my ankles, or my horse's ankles. Okay, that is just the entrance. I was like, where is this pointing me to? I'm very confuzzled. It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad. Are we gonna get to see their bodies? No, because that would be weird. Where the heck am I? Oh, this is just where Tatara stands. Okay, that was just a weird angle. I was confused. It's Kryle.
Good.
Oh, voice acting.
So, how are they? Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health.
How's the audio for you guys? I hope it's not too quiet.
For the present, at least.
Sorry, that's squeaky, but Arthas came up. I need to give him space.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Yes, it was.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
How am I supposed to do that? Leave it to me. I'm not going to complain about it. I just don't know what to do.
Thank you.
I don't know if leave it to me is the right answer.
Where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
At least Atara knows what's up.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Damn it.
Arha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Yes, I got it. Oh, Arthie Poo, you're gonna make this difficult, aren't you? Speak with the Crystal Exarch and the Ocular. Well, I know how to get there. Teleport to the Crystarium. Arthas was super annoying last night. I've been like feeding him treats if he comes and sits on my lap, and so now he just like, or last night he was just like trying to sit on my lap like constantly, but he wouldn't just sit. No, he would like paw under my desk at the bag of treats, and it was super duper annoying. Oh yeah, I can't mount. I'm trying to do this with one hand because Arthas is being pet with the other one. As he should be. I do have business with the Crystal Exarch. Arthas, are you on the keyboard again? No. Why can't I? There we go. Ah, Ari, you are returned. I hope your time in the in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. Oh wait, it wasn't restful? Their corporeal ether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hopes that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Krile and Master Matoya to keep our friend's body safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Are they here, or are we going to summon them? And I'm going to have to wait a bajillion years for them to be summoned. Looks like they all poofed. Ow, Arthas, your claws. Ow. Get out of there. Apparently they were all just waiting for my return. Seriously though, like a year should have passed, given how long I was gone.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
I was just wondering where Thancred was.
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm sleepy, guys. Your bodies are dying.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the First. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
That still doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I understand, but like, how does that happen?
I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
He's gonna kill himself.
Oh,
I'll say.
what was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
What if I say so?
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
I don't understand. I feel like I missed that joke.
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success.
I am a healer. I get to decide who lives and dies. Only when we're in battle.
I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Maybe. Do you want to be my possession, Alpha?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Don't worry, I just need to put you in my backpack. That thing can carry at anything. I'm sure there's lots of room. You can probably there's probably a whole house in there you can just live in while I transport you around.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
Toss the signs in the choke of a saddlebag easy. Exactly. Exactly.
White Auricite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Arthas always makes me sad. He sits on my leg and is so toasty and warm, and then he gets up and it's so cold. But he went and
Well,
got
I have
back
no
to the
objection
same
to
spot.
seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me.
I just don't do it.
Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
I gotta pick something. Ugh, I just want Night Silver, even though it's worth nothing. I don't understand why it's not worth 10,000 gil. A grand adventure. The Crystal Exarch would waste no time in seeking help for your stranded comrades. The Grand Cosmos, that is the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Wait. The opposite shore of the source? Whilst thou journey thither, I think it best I devote mine energies to the creation of white auricite, by thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the new Mu consent to let us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Is that sarcasm? Alright. We're going to Sullen. So let's teleport. Even though we could probably exit. Wait, the exit's there. Yeah. Meh. Arthy Poodle Doo, do you know how much in the way you are? Alright, we're going this way. It's hard to get in the air, but once I get flying, I can do this with one hand. Just takes a little more effort, because I gotta hold down both mouse buttons. Arthas, I'm so happy that you like to sit on my lap, but I can't help but feel that you only do it for treats. And that makes me sad. Oh. I was like, it's coming to the end of land. Where am I going? But yeah, we just gotta cross over this way. 'Tis fine. Wow, it's going to take ages for you to gather stuff for a full set of faceted crafting and gathering gear. Aw. We're taking a boat! Oh, look, I'm not the only person doing the MSQ right now. Which is funny, because I'm super late on it. What is with this music? As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host's familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in and looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch might have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet those who would overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can do or say to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhaps we can earn ourselves an audience. Weapons drawn it is then. Bye, Arthas. Oh, my leg's all cold now. Ugh. Though I must say, Exarch, you do seem to be enjoying all of this. He's just excited to get out of the crystal tower. Do I? Well, I'll not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the crystal tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised. Your mood invariably improves when Ari is around. What exactly are you implying? Wait, why is Alice mad? Wasn't he talking about the Exarch? She averted a calamity, and the light which seems destined to consume her has been extinguished. 'Tis only natural that we be pleased to see her. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate her good health after we've finished here. Oh, of course. Then let us proceed to the palace. The Grand Cosmos now... Oh, wow, okay. I didn't realize that was the dungeon. Alright. That makes sense, though. Oh, yeah, Winter wanted to come, but I wanted to go with my guys. Well, I guess... Winter, are you still around? No problem. Okay. I don't really want to heal them, but I guess. Form a party. I am going White Mage. Do I... I should probably go tank. Should definitely go tank. Repair. Alphino, Alice, Ishtola. He's an all-arounder. Who do I not want to take? Let's not take Alice, and let's take the Crystal Exarches instead. Actually, we could not take Alphino. Maybe we should not take Alphino.
Let's give it our all.
Very well.
There we go. We'll make the Crystal Exarch heal me. See how this goes. Alright, let me finish this. It's my dinner. Probably have another one in a little bit. What is that? The new moo. Uh-oh. Do we fight a boss first off? The Grand Cosmos. I'd love dungeon to start with a boss. You won't cry too much. I'm sorry. I just regretted not doing this the first time through. Wait, oh no, he's still there. Should you value your lives, you will quit this place at once. Now be gone with you. I don't value my life. Hey, this reminds me way too much of that other dungeon. Are those things gonna come to life? Yeah, they sure are. Oh god. Oh, I don't know what buttons I'm pressing. Sure. Okay, no, we got AoEs. Oh, we're missing one. We're missing one. Somebody's getting wrecked. There we go. Nope, I'm still not on it. Come on. Nope, that was not my protect button. Okay, or my provoke button. I got this business. Alright. Wow. Wow, I was not prepared for this, guys. As you may have noticed. I haven't played tank in a little while. A little bit rusty. What is your Soul of the Seventh Dawn? What are these things that Joel is casting? We got Joel. Cure 1? Please. Arrow 3. Hey, why do you have Arrow 3 and I don't? Jelly. Jelly. Oh, you only have Stone 4 though. What scrub? Wow, that took a long time to kill. You love your Shola, but she needs to get some more quad flare, triple foul going. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be nice. Are these doors gonna open? No. These doors are open. Okay. Well, those things are definitely gonna come to life. Alright. We can do a little bit better this time. There we go. Okay, let's turn it away from my party. Blizzard of the Seventh Dawn. Why is everything she casts of the Seventh Dawn? Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, I don't have my tank stance up. No wonder I'm a scrub. Good grief. And this is why we go with, yeah, let's do this. So I can be lazy for a little bit. 3. Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing. Pressing some buttons. Oh man, Ari looks so tiny next to these guys. I'm just a little thing over here. Getting no commendations. Yeah. Well, I don't need it's a broom! Look how they make a mess of my floor. Swish! And flick. Swish. My lovelies. Swish and flick. Alright, there's a second broom. We're not gonna have to fight either. Yushola's like, magic brooms. How nostalgic. Oh my goodness. I call forth blades to run them through. Alright. Well, that wasn't the button I tried to push, but I guess that works. Oh. Oh, weapons. I guess we have fought these before. They're not new. They remind me of Final Fantasy XI. Much more than Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, that was too soon.
I'm with you.
You underestimate me!
If I must.
It's too bad the Scions can't get, or my trust can't get, XP for leveling trusts from doing this. It doesn't count.
I will not hold back.
Oh, single target. Probably should stop AoE. Wait, which way was I going? I think we're going this way. Via the, according to the map, this seems like the right way. Yeah, this does not look familiar. That is a dead end, so we want to go this way. That's another dead end. So much buffs. Oh, I'm really tiny next to these dudes. Not losing him, right? Cloud cover and iron something or other. Oh, they all got wrecked. Dudes, don't stand in the bed.
I'm with you.
I really gotta do my magic combo more when AoEing. Kind of bad at that. Hey, I did notice the single target at least. Let's not put my dot up because you're just about to die. Is it boss time yet? Ooh, I see a boss room. Seeker of oh, there's brooms. We've got brooms. Alright, we will put up this, but then let's go into magic combo because I don't have my cooldown up for non-magic combo. There are brooms. Yep. Oh, I didn't count. Oh, good thing I can just read my cooldown. Or my... how much time's left. Oh, that did damage. Where are you going? Seems to be... oh no, I screwed that up. Guys, I'm really bad. Oh my goodness. Oh, broomeries. Oh, there's brooms. Brooms everywhere. Apparently I should stack, guys. Oh, now it's shitty combo time. Oh, good. At least they run far away. Oh god, I'm dying. Can you heal me? Yeah, that'd be great. Oh shoot, I fucked up my combo because I panicked! Guys, I panicked. I thought I was gonna die.
The time has come.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was totally wrong. One of these days I'll get this. Oh, brooms. Oh, brooms. Oh, God.
I will not hold back.
Can you heal me? That'd be great. Tank, it makes me nervous. Crystal X-Arch. Please. Please, I trusted you with my life.
Let's give them a show.
Don't make me regret it. I mean, I could use more cooldowns, but I have been using them. Are you gonna heal me more than this? One. You know what? We can do that. That was pointless. 2, 3,
You underestimate
4. Boom. Oh man, Shola just went to like Narnia. All the brooms. Are the brooms kind of just like tornadoes that we've had before? Just try to avoid them. They try to knock you back into shit. I would love to have more health than I do. Oh, you guys got a little bit. He's dead. He's dead. Get a little too excited. Oh yeah, all the loot is mine. Ooh, so pretty. Still you press onward. How foolish. Well, I mean, we're beating you in every way. I'm gonna guess that the coffer being over here means we should go that way, but it looks like a trap. Definitely a trap. Alright. We got good combo up. Oh god, please. Please heal me. Heal me. Oh my goodness. I'm scared. I got cooldowns. Cooldowns are a thing. You know what? Let's do this. 1, 2, poof. 3, 4, 5, and kaboomio. Oops, why am I single targeting again? That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. This is why I never get to Holy on White Mage anymore, because I never do dungeons. Makes me kind of sad. I miss Holy. Well, that was the DPS you're with our chat. I know, Winter. I would prefer if I could have left, I don't know, Alice. Yeah, Alice. I would prefer Winter to Alice or to Y'shtola. But alas, I cannot mix you with my trusts. That'd be nice though if you could do that. All the face pulling. That's weird. I don't actually get to pull in this dungeon. Everything just runs at me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so pretty. 4. Poof. Winter, come and show them how it's done. What are these things that I'm fighting? Little like, they're like bombs, but they're like trees instead of bombs. Oh, they still self-destruct. Definitely a bomb. That's funny.
Away with you!
How much would I be dead if I stood in that? Probably a lot. Oh, it's so pretty here. Can I like move in here? Can this be where my house is? Can I pull something? Instead of like everything just running at me as I get close? That'd be great. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, don't stand in the bed.
This is going to leave a mark!
Yeah. Sort of. Oh, let's target something so we can get in our auto attacks. It's kind of nice doing a new dungeon with just my trusts, because like I don't have to worry about literally anything. It's just do your thing. 2. Oh no. 3. 4. The oh no was me having to switch from my AoE rotation to my single target, and I thought it would be a problem given that I was in my magic, but then I realized that it was not a problem at all. Hey, there's a treasure coffer hiding down here. Who would have thunk it? Earrings? I want some nice stuff. Porksies! Alright. First time, yeah. How's it going, Clay? Are you all caught up on the... I assume you're caught up on the MSQ. You were doing it day 1, I think. I know, and then I remembered that I wanted to do it with my trusts. And so I told Winter, no. No, Winter told me it was okay. Although he's still sad. Rude. I know, right? Ari brain is a terrible thing. Don't take any of the horrible things I do personally, because it's just because I'm a dum-dum. 3, 4, and Kablumio. Did I get the gazebo chest? What gazebo?
On guard.
You didn't get it first run. Was it the one that was down here? Because yes. Otherwise, I don't know what gazebo chest you're talking about. Okay, then yes. I did get it. I saw it sneaking around down there. Oh crap, I don't know if we're doing stuff, and I'm not gonna finish this dungeon in like 10 minutes. Maybe I will. Leanin' Sith. Alright. Let's do it, guys. Let's see how well I can do my rotation. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Guys, I like to count when I do my rotation. 1, 2. God damn it. Dot and magic. Alright. 1, 2. I want this seed. Oh god, should I be picking this up? Oh god. I totally lost my rotation there. Did they die because they had no grass to grow in? That makes sense. Ode to Lost Love. Alice, why are you like right next to me? Oh god, there's nowhere good to stand. Oh god. Oh god, I'm supposed to— no. Did I just get myself wrecked? Oh god, that was terrible. Why'd they stand in the same spot as me? Alright, I gotta pay attention. I'm paying way more attention to my rotation, but I gotta pay attention to these mechanics. Ode to Lost Love. What does this do again? Just like real players. Yeah, I know, right? Direct Seedling. More like I stood in her spot. I was there first! Oh, we gotta go this way. Why? Why are they planting them? Do we want them in the grass? I don't understand. Oh dear god, apparently this is my spot. Oh, that wasn't something I could stun, but it died, so it's okay. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Storm of Color. Ode to Lost Love. Alright, I'm confused by that. Do I plant the seeds or do I not plant the seeds? Because the first time I swear they moved them from the grass to the ground, but the second time they moved them from the ground to the grass. I'm so confuzzled. Alright, is this my spot? Good. Just die. I got a warg pelt of aiming. Alright, what am I looking for? Oh! Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I did miss that. I thought we were just getting knocked back, but no, it makes sense that they also get knocked back. Do they just get knocked back one square? Is that how that works? 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a broom coming. Second time the arrow knocks back the seeds, you have to place them so they'll get knocked into the dirt. You've only been in there twice. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Which way do I go? Oh, it looks like it does not really matter. They both go to the same place. Alright. Here I thought I had an option. You never have options in dungeon. There's only one dungeon where you have an option. And that is the one whose name is eluding me right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's a low level one. That everybody hates because it takes forever. God, what is the name of that dungeon? You don't know? Totorak, yes, that is the one. I guess I'll put cooldowns up because I'm dying. X-Arch. I mean, I should put cooldowns up anyways, but yeah, Totorak. You get to pick one of two paths. Totorak has just as much choice as those stairs, though. Well, I mean, you fight different things. They're slightly different, because you do different things depending on those. It's not literally just walk down a path and then, like, end up in the same spot. Like you do slightly different things on the different paths. Like you literally go a different way, and there's different enemies to fight, and there's different places where you pick shit up off the ground. That's all I mean. That like you actually go somewhere different. They're not particularly different, but they are in fact not exactly the same. Savage aim materia 7, just what I always wanted. Oh, there's ghosts. Why can't I walk on the table? But I want to walk on the table. Same items pick up in different spots. Same mobs fight in different spots. But the different spots, Clay. The different spots is what makes it different. Oh, art gallery. Are the paintings going to attack me? Yeah, they sure are. Why is it so predictable? Oh, let's go get closer to this dude. Maybe one of those stairs has an extra step. Clay. Just accept it. Oh, that was bad timing. Oh, God. What am I up to today? I mean, I want to finish the MSQ. I don't know how long that's going to take. I also don't know if my static is doing stuff. Which will be in like 3 minutes, so I'm definitely going to be late if we are. But otherwise, I'm just going to stick with the MSQ. If I finish that, I want to run the 24-man again. See if I can't get one of those beautiful chess pieces. Although I highly doubt my luck will be that good. Totally not Knights of the Round. Oh, do they do Knights of the Round, do you think? I'm not even paying attention. I just spinny spin and they die eventually. That was not the button I should have pressed. Oh God, okay, that was not what I was expecting. He's on a horse. God, I'm seriously terrible at remembering to you go into my magic combo. I just like press my fight or flight when it's up, and the rest of the time I just spam 2 buttons over and over again. Here, let me use cooldowns. Am I lagging? What's going on here? God, these things take forever to kill. Probably time for a cooldown, yeah. I feel like with Paladin, so with White Mage, I spend all my time staring at people's health bars. And on Paladin, I spend a lot of the time staring at my buffs to see what's about to fall off and what I should be doing. I totally pressed that button. That's bullshit. Bullshit, I say. Game, please. When I press a button, you should do that action and not just be like, yeah, no, don't feel like it. Not right now. I kind of want to check out these paintings. I think that's of this building. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of Yulmore. That's just a door. Maybe a door in here. Some people. People, is that that's the castle in the fairy realm? Maybe. No, probably not, but kind of makes me think of it. Oh, this is the same painting. They have the same painting twice. Why? They're so close together too. Are any other ones duplicated? Unplayable. I know. I don't see any other duplicates, but there might be. Oh, I think. Wait, that's it up there again. It's in there 3 times. It's just smaller, so it looks less garbage. They have this one painting 3 times. Why don't I see any other duplicates? Am I just... Oh, no, here. This one is duplicated here. And here. Yeah, that one's duplicated. This one is duplicated there. We've got... I swear I've seen these somewhere else. Where else are there? Am I crazy? And this one's up here again. This one's here. And there. And there. Anyways, I'm gonna stop looking at this. Duplicates! Tisk tisk. Oh, there's a treasure coffer. Look at that. Piety Materia 7. Oh, this is the place that I remember from the trailer. That this was like the only thing that I was like, oh, hey, that's really cool. Keep smiling, dear. We have to keep smiling. Oh. That's not cool. Somebody else saying things? I see you've been practicing. I cannot dance another step. A moment, I prithee. I think there was some other stuff up here, but I missed it. Oh, why are there people standing by themselves? Is there aught you require? Pray do not hesitate to ask. Is there aught you require? Pray do not hesitate to ask. What's this lady doing over here? Where's she going? Where are you going? No, you're just gonna stand there? Okay. Will His Majesty be joining us? Alright. You have sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lungus, our guests yet want for company. Oh, he's so creepy looking. Fight me yourself, silly. Oh, he's so fiery. The insatiable flame. Lugus. No costume stream? No, I'm really boring. I'm sorry. Thank you for the host, DJ. I have really bad costume ideas and execution, so I just prefer not to. Whack? Are you saying it's whack that I'm not in costume? Ari's kind of in costume. That counts, right? Scorching right. I imagine I want to be over here then. I'd make a cute cat. Probably. That's such a boring costume, though. Otherworldly heat. I guess we just want to... Oh, that's big. Oh, Oh, God. Ow, ow. Ow. Oh, my goodness. Guess I gotta move faster for that one. Man. Mortal Flame. They're not running terribly far away this time. Oh, it's just a much smaller circle. Oh, I see. Wait, everybody. Oh, you run into the water. Wait, I ran into the water. Do I gotta stay in the water longer? Okay, there we go. Can I not be dead? Where are you going? I'm number 4. Do we just want to run away? 1. Oh, he does this super slowly. Oh, he cleaves too. 3. Now he's gonna come over here. You probably didn't need to stand miles away. Clay is probably like crying into his keyboard. Oh no, I did both! I did both things! Scorching right. Okay, go this way. I am! I'm not that... I feel like I'm not that far into it. Culling... Blade? Why is there velvet drapery back there? Oh, and crystal chandeliers. Okay, we wanted to be far, far away for this one. Oh, that's big. Oh, I gotta move out quickly. I'm not quickly. Okay, this one I want to run into the fire. Can I just be in the water? Why? Oh, do I have to set something on fire? Oh, it's not just the water. Or is that not water? Oh yeah, that's totally not water. I have to set something on fire. Okay. Got it. That's a weird mechanic, but that's kind of cool. Scorching left. What are you laughing at, Clay Clay? What's he doing with that crystal chandelier? Or where'd the other ones go and why is that one still down? Oh, do you want to be far on this one? I'm afraid to like find out. The whole time you're sitting there, you're thinking you didn't even realize there was water.
Time has come. If I must.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater.
Otherworldly heat. Oh, I actually managed. Did I still get hit with that? Scorching left. I like that there's a very strong indication of which side is his left, because I'm not good at left and right. I'm always number 4. I kind of want to find out what happens if you're really close. I guess Alice wasn't that far. Whoops. I imagine I don't want to be in front of him when he dashes. That seems fine. So I imagine you just want to like stand them in a circle. Did we do it? I set a chair on fire and was like, oh, I just have to stay in the water long. I didn't see that I set a chair on fire. I just saw that I ran into the thing and it exploded when I was in the water. Easy. That was easy. I learned. It just took me twice, which I still learned. I understand the mechanics now. You do not want to be in dash. A white mage got you killed that way. This is the only mechanic you think you figured out without having someone to tell it to you. I'm happy that I managed to figure that out. Did they say anything? Perhaps now we have afforded ourselves an audience? Is that what she said? Phew, I'm glad to be done with that. We best leave the negotiations to Alphino and the Exarch. Do you have anything to say, Exarch? Now they have little choice but to hear our plea. That's true. Pants. Humph. Well fought. He's clapping.
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
I'm amused that we clearly heard him clapping for us, but like it didn't show him clapping, and I struggled to understand how he would clap with his little tentacly things. Poof! Oh, now he's just a regular old Numu. They're so cute. Numo.
Backlogue, 'tis good to see you again after all these years.
My game audio seems a bit low. How's the voice, because the voice is louder than the music. It's because I don't like the music very loud. Here, I think it's this one. There. That should be a little bit fun. Yeah, the music's just really low because I don't like it being very loud.
And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain.
I also play my music really low so that if you guys get tired of listening to game music but still want to watch my stream, you can put on your own music without it like clashing. Is my idea behind that, because I don't want to listen to music, but I don't want to prevent you guys from listening to music. No way that works. I mean, it could. You just finish your run yourself. People get tired of game music. I don't know. Lots of people like turn it off. Hey, Johnny, trick or treat. Happy Halloween.
But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Getting tired of listening to Soken. Are you shaming people who do?
Sake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men.
Imagine getting tired of listening to 14 music. Sounds like a rough life. I mean, I get tired of listening to music in general. I just like... Beck voice makes you giggle, yeah. They have a silly voice. Hi, Arthas. What are you crying about? Maybe I'll give you treats later, but you're really freaking annoying lately.
You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
That's the wrong heel. Look at my little snuggle butts. I should sing in Beck voice on Twitch today. Arthas, do you not want to cuddle with me? Why'd you come up here if you don't want to cuddle? Well... But, like, it's not. That's true. It's just a play on words. I get that it's not wrong, but, like, it's definitely a play on words. Oh, you're back, Arthas. Do you want to cuddle some more? He's rumbling. Being able to desynth everything is so good.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
Ari and Clay, I need you to carry me through Great Hunt X Unsynced one of these days. I need to be carried through that one, though. Ugh, that fight. I think I only beat it the one time. The day it came out, and then never again.
Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Refuse all you want, we won't lie down and accept defeat. I would never misuse it. You mean the magical plague of Obert?
You know of the plague?
You got your next level in the Pixie Beast. I only did it the one day. I've only done it once. I'm such a slacker, guys. I just like haven't played since. I did an 11-hour stream on the day it came out, and I spent most of that in Hades. Well, I guess I probably spent like 8 hours in Hades of it. And then I did the 24 man, and then I did Beast Tribe, and then I needed a rest. And then I had to raid that night, but we one shot everything. But then literally I've not played since.
Then you know how dangerous Soulcraft can be. Instead of saving your friends, you risk damning them. Are you sure you're willing to take that chance?
Yes.
Oh. No.
Only 11. I know. I'm a slacker. DJ, have you missed all my Twitch streams? I've done some.
Oh. Very well.
You'll be sad if that's all you get to play on Ultimate Release. Well, yes, but DJ, you have missed my Twitch. Friday nights. A couple Friday nights I've done Twitch things. There's some VODs.
I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
You work all the damn time. Poor DJ. You get off mad late.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Alphino, what say you? There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Becklug. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to such words when treating with them. I have ever sought to convince, not compel, yet I cannot deny that part of me is glad Urianger shared his knowledge of the Numo with us. Did I get it right that time? Numo? Had he not, Becklug wouldn't be here. You got a map from the new maps, and now you have money again! Pennies compared to me, yeah. I got lots, that's why I don't even care about new stuff. I just got more money than I know what to do with. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. Alright, we're going back to... Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to Alphino again. You may now enter the Grand Cosmos with a party of NPC avatars to make use of the feature. Open the trust interface located under the duty in the main menu. Wait, I don't believe that I can. I mean, I probably can, but I have to level them first, right? Where's trusts under? Seriously. Insufficient level. I can do the first two. Holminster switch. Dom Meg. Oh, I can't do it with you, Shola, because we brought... Wait, who did I bring?
Here we go.
Wait. Oh, I went as DPS. So we have... yeah, that's why. Okay. You should probably just buy the fastest set instead of spending days gathering stuff for it. Yeah. A welcome guest. Alphino looks just about ready to leave you behind. We mustn't dally here any longer, Ari. If Becklug is to hear the truth of our travails in the first, you of all people should be present. Yeah, I gotta do everything. I guess we're definitely not doing anything tonight as Mestatic, because, Oh. What is Nick talking about? Wine Survivor? Huh. Interesting. So, Darlene, there's this fighting game called Final Fantasy Dissidia, and Yushola is a playable character. I was aware of that. I am aware. I have not played, nor do I know anything about it, but I am aware. Why are you pog champing that? I'm so like, I so don't get, I'm not down with Twitch emotes. Oh, so I wanted to get people's opinions. So I've been reading a lot of people complaining, on this Twitch subreddit about pre-roll ads, and they just rolled out something that if I run my own ads, it like disables them, but for like literally for a 30-second ad, it disables it for 20 minutes. So I would literally have to run ads like every 20 minutes. Or no, I think I have to run a minute of ads every 20 minutes to like keep them disabled, which is a lot. So I don't plan on running ads. You guys are just going to have to deal with pre-rolls because that seems like the better option. We don't have an Ishgard restore yet, do we? No. I do have business. Unless I'm missing something here, but yeah, I figure you guys come regardless of the pre-rolls, and I don't want to like force ads on you guys at like 20-minute intervals just on the off chance that some new person doesn't have to watch a pre-roll. That seems like the right answer. And yeah, a bunch of you guys are subs, so you don't get ads. But those of you who do.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing, but that you hail from another world as well?
Yeah, we kind of all do. Like, literally all of us.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own. And your soul is the densest of them all.
Yep.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of 4-3 and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself.
Good, we don't have to pay him.
As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
Yay! Clovers.
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
Of course you do.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
I feel like my glamour here, like, kind of fits in. I don't look like I stand out from the NPCs. I look like I could be an NPC. Just a slightly flashier one. you know, like the Warrior of Light. Yes, that's my plan. You want to join, Winter? Or are you going to go to bed? You've spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thoughts as to how you might return to your world? Maybe if you're still around. Does anyone else want to join? White Orosite, you say? An intriguing proposition. But one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there's no telling what might happen to their souls within the Orosite. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. You do not need to do the MSQ to do the new raid. Obviously, because I've already done the MSQ, or the new raid, and I'm just now doing the MSQ. But there is a bit of a quest to unlock that you should get on. Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, your soul constantly draws ether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting surfeit of ether removed. Oh, lit. Okay, about to log on for the first time in like 2 months. Your mind would ultimately be separated from those faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn at Journey's Head, corrupted by the Sin Eaters, their ether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Are we going to save those people? Why? Do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or I might not, but I shan't know for sure until I've seen their condition firsthand. Then I would be glad to take you to them on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering. It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. Will you escort our guest to the inn? I will assist Urianger in creating the requisite Orosite. I believe my talents would be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the 3 of you to assist Beck Lug as necessary? Let us make for Amareng then. To the inn at Journey's Head. Where are you? There you are. DJ, you're a cutscene skipper, aren't you? Because then you might finish it pretty quickly. Although it's a terrible shame. Also, I have no idea how much longer this quest is going to be. Sure am. You'll do near? Alright, Clay. I suspected you might. So this is Holrick, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously towards the light. Towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin eater. You don't know that. We've defeated the wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Holrick was completely unresponsive before, but now... he's a little bit responsive? Mumble? Assume you're joining. So you know. You're not watching the stream. Alright, I'll poke you when I'm ready. DJ's a professional cutscene skipper. Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether in one's body. After some refinement, it came What was that scream? After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vobert. Then for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it, but for their sakes, I will break that oath. It is not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Uh-oh. Oh, sleepy, sleepy. Who do I need to talk to? Why am I talking? Wait, no, not you. Todden. Treat the patients with soul tonic. Wow, he made that quick. Todden, how you doing? ... Todden stares blankly at you. It would seem the tonic has no effect. Oh, that's sad. Pawnell? You don't even know where to get the quest? It starts in, oh. Yeah, no, that scream was from the game. I think it was. I just don't know what caused it. You need to go to, Tomra. And there's a prerequisite regular quest. The person's really close to the Aetheryte, but I forget their name. I feel like it starts with a C. If you tell me the names of NPCs, I'll tell you if that's the one you're supposed to talk to, so you don't end up doing quests that you don't want to. What is that warmth I feel in my chest? Oh, it worked. Alright, where's what's his face? Just ride around on my elephant. Don't mind me. Wait, where am I going? Oh, Boyne. I feel warm, and my legs, they don't feel as heavy. It's a miracle. A Christmas miracle. Oh, cutscenes. Yes, yep, the gossipy dwarf. That is who you need to talk to. You got it first try. Good job, DJ. Or were my instructions very, very clear? Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? Bet? What? A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function, in most of the patients at least. The more severely afflicted show no response. As I feared then. 'Tis true that with the restoration of night the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for their corporeal ether. Their incorporeal ether, that of their soul, is not so easily mended. I don't know much. I'm old, DJ. I'm old. Please, I'm not down with the lingo. Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. I'm not much older than you. I'm a fair bit older than you. I'm like 10 years older than you, aren't I, DJ? It's pretty old to not know the same slang. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. How old? You're like 24, 25-ish? Somewhere in there, right? I've read this one, right? By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. 26! I mean, basically the same, DJ. Basically the same. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize it's not why we petitioned your aid, but I do think it possible we can find a way to hasten their recovery. Oh, but do you think? Maybe. I can't read this, guys. Your girl's 11 years older than you. That's still pretty old, though. It's a big difference. for slang. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. Hi, Poober. Ugh, stop. I don't want food. Good for the soul. Becklug is ready to speak of the metaphysical. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past, that I was once a mage of the royal court of Vobert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administered to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hoped to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague the likes of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame. You mustn't dwell on the past. Now you have a chance to redeem yourself. At least Warriors of Light brought those responsible to justice. Sure. I thought they did. I shudder to think what might have happened had they not. Is this like extra stuff that I have because I did all the role quests? Because I feel like the role quests gave us a bit more history of Vobert, but I can't remember if it was specifically about the plague or not. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal ether. Maybe you did all the role quests too, and some of those answers wouldn't make sense without it. Yeah, I'm thinking. And because a lot of the stuff gives us 2 answers, but the ones that I think are related to the role quests, it's always a 3rd answer. So it makes me think that it's because I've done those quests. Do you think it can be done? Were the skies still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility, but now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for ether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation on the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done, if it's all the same to you. Oh, Alice, never change. Whatever reagents must be procured or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well, your first task will be to gather the necessary materials. The purest of waters and the finest of clays. Oh, the finest of clays. Clay's not even watching, is he? As well as the Fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alphino, the water and clay will be simple enough. But I don't think you know what we have to do to... I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean... The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. ... Fine, we'll pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, while you're about it, seek out the Numo of Plaeni. They will be able to supply you with water suitable for our needs. Right, let's get this over with, shall we? There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? I've lost my clay, guys. What? Hello, Clay. Clay from Almarang. Are you from Almarang, Clay? Would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? I do know of someone who might be able to assist us with some clay. I could ask the miners at Twine, while there are the scavengers at Mortsuk. The long-awaited clay fetch class. Scavengers, you say? Well, they may know the lie of the land, but I dare say they are more interested in trinkles and baubles hiding in the earth than the earth itself. Now, miners, on the other hand, apparently I picked the wrong answer, guys. What's that? You know the miners of Twine? Perfect. Speak with them and you should have no trouble procuring what we need. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there's aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Alright. Off to find some clay. Oh, man. Oh, I should probably just teleport to Twine. Oh, yeah, I gotta go speak to Magnus. Clay, are you in Twine? Sending me there to find you. $153 gil down the drain. Do you think I'm highly concerned about it? Is that how much it cost me to teleport? Was there a faster way to get there? Every bit counts. Meh. I made all my money so I can save time. Ari, well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've just at this moment finished repairing the Talos and the trolley you lot took to Nabath Arang. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from the Daedalus stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that Chinese. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, jerk. Jerk. I remember I just called him jerk the whole time. But that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Ari here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? Oh good, they're not going to distract me with trolleys and I can get the clay that I need. I see, and this familiar requires clay from Amarang. Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it's us. I'm way too amused by this quest. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Biren mines to make adobe bricks. Place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there. Alright. Where are the Mount Biren mines? Up this way. Can I take the trolley there? No, I'll just fly. Oh my goodness. Sleepy time. Destination. I'm mining some pristine clay, guys. Oh, they did say beware of coyotes. I imagine I'm about to be attacked. I don't want to join the fate, and I don't want to aggro that nanny. Oh, those guys are questing together. How cute. Are they gonna help me out? Oh, how nice of them. I just wanted to use a finishing move and then I remember those things don't exist anymore. Wait, where am I going? Back here? Cool. Easy peasy. Look, I'm wasting 100 and some odd gil again. Ido. How you feel about that? I'll give you that gil if you want to get on a two-seater mount and ferry me around. Actually, I don't even want to. That would take so much time. The twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. He sounds disappointed. You have the clay, I take it. I do have the clay. It's pristine. Wonderful! We need but combine the clay with water, then heat the mixture with the Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Stop it, Arthas. Don't do it. He likes to scratch my green screen, and I don't like it when he does that. He's gonna wreck it. Beck Lug, I have a question. In the event that we have need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Alice, what are you planning on doing to him? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes. Halvard and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there's a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhaps you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect, and you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are few in all of Navrat more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Ari? Absolutely, she's the best woman for the job. Very few, but if Ott should go awry, I'll see what I can do. She's the best woman for the job. I'll give it my all for Hulric, for Tesleen. Oh, Tesleen. When we're all of a mind of the matter, I'll say she'll be the one to conjure the familiar. Are we ready? That's a big disc. Is that part of the table or is that part of our thing?
Let us begin.
Ooh, voiced cutscene.
I trust you've prepared the clay?
That just makes me laugh every time, and it's so silly.
Very good.
That's
Now,
so big.
I would have you sculpt for me a porksy.
Wait, isn't Alphino the artistic one?
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
She's gonna agree.
I think I know what you mean.
We fought them. That seems like such a random request. Like, I thought I was doing a spell, not like sculpting things.
There we are. How's that?
Got it unlocked. Nice. Yes. I was expecting her to sculpt something like perfect, but that is actually perfect.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
Am I going to suggest that maybe he makes it?
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye.
If it doesn't matter what it looks like, why does she even have to sculpt it at all? Couldn't she just imagine a Porksy with a big blob of clay?
Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
I hope it's just like, looks exactly like that. I really hope it does. Oh, I'm disappointed.
Not bad for a first attempt.
Alice, they confirmed for summoning primals. True that. Those
Now,
things are so cute.
let us see what can be done for young Halric.
Shh, Arthas.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
A name.
What's she gonna name it? Something ridiculous, I hope.
All right, I've decided.
Hi, Arthas.
Now.
Don't get on the keyboard.
Go, Angelo!
Angelo. Isn't that the name of the dog in Final Fantasy VIII? Did we stir his soul?
Mother, I...
Oh. How is he, Becklug? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Halric. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the evoker. What you may not have realized is that it's the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect, that is, to induce stagnation, thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via Auracite. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Becklug said that when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound like a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Oh, not really. It is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases. Or am I missing something? I think I am too. It's a nice idea, but I just don't get the connection. If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such a treatment. Who's she thinking of? Oh, Gaboo! Gaboo! Oh. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Halric's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth-aspected ether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him, right? You had to look up who Gaboo was. I remember Gabu. He just keeps popping up with Alizé, so like something's gonna happen with him because the game's not letting us forget about him. Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? He's the little kobold whose parents got consumed in the summoning of Titan, I think, or something like that. I see, his condition does sound similar, yet there is much more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here, work requiring patience. Of course, as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend the time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Beck Lug and see if you can't make some headway with their newly posited theories. I would tell you to rest first, but I see you're not to be convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Let us return to the Crystarium then. Finally, I found you! Who is it? Who is it? Oh, I recognize this dude, but who is he? Kai Shear? What are you doing all the way out here? Oh wait, isn't this the guy who's the new collectibles delivery guy? There's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai's beside herself, sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it we'll be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Becklug. Sorry for bothering you and all that, but she says the future of Yulmore is at stake. Okay. Nowhere to turn. Kai Shear is anxious to see you and Elfenro back to Yulmore. Lady Chai is up in the parlor. Best not to keep her waiting, eh? Let's go. I don't know why I got on a mount. Let's go to Yulmore. I think I clicked Yulmore. Oh wait, I actually meant to take a quick 3-minute break. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I totally clicked the wrong thing. We're gonna go take a 3-minute break. Oh, look what mount I'm on. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Be right back. I just realized that I've been forgetting my third pot.
D, 1 pop.
On square. Nope.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck.
Good save. Why is the area so much bigger in the last phase? What are you talking about?
Boppers.
Arena? But it's not? What?
Stomping.
What are you talking about? Good grief. Why are you so...
Looking.
D and C.
It's not any bigger. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Middle.
Uh-oh.
This is...
It's fine.
Yeah, might be okay.
Ow.
Ouch.
Except for that.
I'm gonna decline this raise.
What
You
happened?
sure?
They were far
I
enough
made
apart.
it in time. I landed on the marker.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like a little bit off to one side, but like that shouldn't have killed me. I'm really confused.
I don't know.
I was very late, but I made it.
Watch food.
What are you W2Fing, Clay? Bet it all. Oh, I thought I was gonna make it on time. I needed to like make my drink and then I went and filled up some water. Alright, unmute. I'm sorry for disappointing and failing you, DJ. I hope you'll forgive me. Alphino and Kaishir. Well, not here seems out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance and all that, sighing. Strange. Let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. Was Kai Shear the artist that worked for the Chais before us, who we found, like, creeping or washed up on shore, and then he went to live in that place? You'll always forgive undying love for me. Aw, DJ. I don't know how to craft anymore. Oh no. I found her. I haven't played it yet. You have to ask Play for that. Oh, voiced.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
Alone? What of Master Chai?
That is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
Ouchies, Arthas, your little claws.
What? What happened?
Although Clay does seem to be pretty happy with Ninja, so I'm guessing that yes, it's good.
It all began after the events at Mount Gulg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see. After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well? No one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced.
And then he ran away.
But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
I don't know if that's a comforting thought. No, there's no way he would have run away, so something terrible must have happened to him. Maybe he's dead.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
Dead. Think he's dead. What are my options? I don't know, but whatever it is, he wouldn't have fled. Sorry, but I think he's fled. Terrible. He did not say terrible, but reading between the lines, that's what I got. Sorry, but I think he's fled.
Nay, my friend. The one thing he has not done is flee. Of that I am convinced.
Oh, I made
Through the
Alphino
most
angry.
testing of times, he has ever remained at Lady Chai's side, placing her happiness before his own. He would not abandon her now.
How dare you talk back to me, Alphino?
Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
I apparently keep picking all the wrong options today. People just keep telling me I'm wrong. You just spooked me. Yeah.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
That was Ari's. Oh fuck, let me just agree. Look, yep. I was like, sure, agreeing. I'm sad that she got told off by Alphino though. Oh, somebody's fairies here. Alright. Oh, Alphino. A notable absence. There's like a cat fur on my screen. It's been driving me nuts. There we go. For all his comforting words, Alphino is plainly troubled by Master Chai's sudden disappearance. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something. I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I will meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. I'm feeling dehydrated today. I must not have drank enough water. I can't get on a mount. Not in this location. Do we go in here? Yes. Moen. Master Chai? Why, yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vothry apparently inexhaustible stores of meal and no great need for money, it's little wonder our business were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after. Your exchange with Moen has taught you about the stagnant state of business in Yulmore. I like that it had to tell me what I learned. Oh, now I need to go downstairs, maybe. I found Alpha now. Can we go hang out in the beehive? That's what it's called, right? Yeah. Guys, I don't want to do work. I just want to hang out in here. This is my place on stage. Alright, I'll go back to questing. Oh boy, the strip club. Best place in the game. They have the minion jelly. I'm never gonna roll decently on those. Are these the stairs? I founded them! Do I have sprint? I sure do. Is this... Are those both on the bottom? Should have just taken any right. Oh well. Apparently we're just gonna run. It's fine. Oh, perfect. Cornine? Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while, but his concerns over the city's defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Bothry, and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Oh my god, this bunny's so cute. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyways, that kind of seems like they're like, oh wait, this person who can kill like everybody. No, I don't disagree with you. Please don't hurt me. I feel like that was like said from a place of fear, not of like agreement. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Gatetown. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Clusia as well. And I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take arms for that cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, if I recall. Your exchange with Cornen has taught you about the perilous state of Yulmore's defenses. Am I outside yet? No. Is there a door? Sprint. Hathenbet. Oh yeah, I'm not on a mount. I recall a man fitting that description, asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down on the derelicts, and you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, there was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folks here don't want to survive, they want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself, something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts, he asked if there's other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. It looked like he was headed for Gatestown when I last saw him. Your exchange with Hathenbert has taught you about the poor living conditions of Clusia's downtrodden. Only if I finish up this MSQ soon. If it takes me to the end of stream, then I won't be doing it, but my plan was to do it. But this quest is taking more time than I thought it would. But my stream ends in like 45 minutes, so I don't got a whole lot of time left. I'm down to go a little bit longer, if I finish up early enough. Yeah, I'm trying to do all of the MSQ first. It was just that I was gonna do the raid if I had time before the end. Sorry to everybody if I end up not doing it. Ah, there you are. How'd you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue to Master Chai's whereabouts? Sure. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. I did as well. Well, I didn't talk to her, but I was in her beehive. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yulmore, I mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? Well, to other settlements? With a furrowed brow, Alphino carefully considers where best to look next. For the people! All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yulmore, but for its surrounding settlements. It seems logical, then, that having consulted within those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Ari, if you would go and make inquiries in Right, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town I leave to you, Kaishir. Okay, I'm going to Right. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we've finished? Well, Top Rung would seem to me to be his most likely destination. Let us convene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then. If not, we will be better suited to continue our search. For the people accepted. Alright, let's teleport to Right. I guess I should have expected the MSQ to take, like, all night. Hey, it's Seal. Now I can fly, like 2 feet. Haste a lot. We've got to protect our food stores. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Mistel gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Yulmore, or rather, the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of meal and a chance of lavish life among the free. And Vothri thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. Uh-oh. It doesn't work. Uh-oh, I'm supposed to be on Astrologian. Lies. No, job doesn't say what job I'm on. It gives a random of, like, all the jobs if I want to, like, pick something to play. Or if you want to pick something to play. Now you have to play Astro, DJ. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. I think I read that already. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend, Chai Nuz, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after. And that was that. Alright, where am I going? I guess we'll just fly up. You're the pilot of your own life. I mean, you don't have to use it. That's just what it's there for. It's to go with content, which just gives me random content to do, and then a random job, which I guess I'm not really doing that. I'm trying to have more random in my life because I kind of like doing different things, but I'm a creature of habit. I'm trying to push myself outside my comfort zones, but then I've just not been playing 14 a whole lot lately. So he paid a visit to both Wright and Gate Town as well, did he? I see. Kaishir and I gleaned much the same. He seemed determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Kalusia, the only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Come, if we're quick, we may yet catch up with him. He's not going to go to Tamra? Does Tamra not exist? What do we got here? I founded him! I found you, Chai. Ari, Alphino, Kaishir, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much of a word and bade us return you to her side. What in the blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. Though I suppose she could have overlooked it. When she gets an idea in her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai. But since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? My eyes itchy. We were told you'd been elected mayor, and from what we gathered from the nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances? Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Calusia, that much is true, but I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, it would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here? Indeed, the people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I've already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is, in itself, proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I am certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it's worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. Whatever you need, we believe in you. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yulmore, but that dream's gone now, bursts like a bubble, or a boil more like. Anyways, outside of repaying Master Alphino, I haven't a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze, but you've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You've got this lot up in Mount Gold, didn't you? How hard can mayoring be? You're going to steer Yulmore to a better future. I know it. And I want to help, properly help, do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way, if you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you, but I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let's press on together. Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yulmore needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here, to find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man exactly, and are you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes he is, or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Vothry's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left, and between them they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he'll listen? Why are you giving Winter clovers? So generous, DJ. Before giving chase, may it not be wise to speak with those who know him here in Amity? Amity? They may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristel then. As I recall, you made a rather favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Winter's your homie. I'm sure he appreciates it, even though he's probably sleeping. Greetings, friend, and to you too, Master Chai. I presume you are here to ask after Rendon. I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vothry gone, Yulmore wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Yulmore together. And that is still my wish, but given how abominably you were mistreated there, I quite understand if you choose not to help. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore. I would not see you suffer for Vothry's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs of your past, of Yulmore's past, is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to this course, and prove to him Yulmore has the resolve to change. It's a nick! The resolve to change? I believe he was headed towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear with your intentions. 2014. That was 5 years ago. Very well, to put 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer, nay, even a maybe. Oh, Nick did answer me. I want to tell Nick that that he shouldn't watch, but he might not be, because sometimes he's just in chat. Because spoilers! I'm doing the MSQ. Hey, Alatar's here. I haven't seen him around in a while. Rendon. Did we meet this guy before? He looks familiar.
It's you again.
Oh, voice acting.
Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vorthry's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Wait, I'm the warrior of darkness. These guys aren't.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable. Yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
I can offer no simple answer to that question. But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vorthry. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
Well, he hasn't left yet. He's still listening to you. How can you say no to that?
A Yulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that. But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
Why does
You
he seem
asked
so
me
shocked
to
by
help
that?
you solve Yulmore's problems. But first, I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
Whew. Ahem, right then, is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Yulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing? My man's hit me with the hard inspirational speech, yeah. Ah, yes, meal being neither desirable nor less sustainable option. I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void? Hit him. Oh, not hit you. And a man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I will consider offering you my counsel. A combination of measures would seem to be in order, one to address the immediate issue of supply, and another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuff must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability of the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My. Think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the people of Yulmore and the nearby settlements. Huh. You've impressed me, Chinese. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet. Only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. Fair point, Rendon, and one to which I have given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. I feel like this Rendon dude is like, how about you solve all the city problems and then I'll give you my counsel? That seems backwards. Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. Yay! Finding good help. News' look of steely determination is only slightly undermined by the knocking of his knees. Alright guys, I'm super sorry, but it looks like there's not going to be any near raid tonight. I thought it sounded like the story was coming to a conclusion, and then they just started this whole other Yulmore one that's just, I don't even know if I'm going to finish it at this rate. So, I'm sorry for anybody who's really excited to come. I'll be doing it tomorrow for sure. Maybe a few times, but also I kind of want to do some Hades. Brendan is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have, which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Clusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. Aw, you work tomorrow night. DJ, you work too much. I'm sorry that you unlocked it for nothing. My bad. I should not get ahead of myself. But now you have it unlocked, so you can do it. I'm gonna like suddenly finish this quest now too, and I'll just be all done. Nah, it's Gucci. I'm glad you got it out of the way. Alright. I'm glad. Aha! The old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dastardly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of ether in a Talos. Capable of halting the flow of ether? That's just what we need. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let it fly. Thus disabling them without damaging them? Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I have said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That's as may be, Kaishir, but Rendon tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say that the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Hear, hear. Alright, but if there's any trouble, we'll call it off. Here, here. Let's just be sportive. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intentions of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labor. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous, and if one is not careful, I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it's safe to subdue the Talos, understood? So I have to do everything, basically. Good, then let us be off to the quick way through the north gate and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. It would be so much easier for me to just do it myself. Instead, I have to, like, protect this dude just because he wants to do things himself, but, like, it's not making my life any easier. Oh. Is this my vantage point? Keep a lookout for danger and alert Chai News when it's safe to incapacitate the Talos. You may move the spyglass as well as zoom in and out. Point the spyglass as Chai News and give him a signal. Sneak near the Talos with left click. Okay. Help Master Chai. Objective failed if he's spotted. Oh no. Oh, it's back his turn. Yeah, go. Go. It said I could zoom it in and out, but that seems to not be working. Go! Go! How do I'm executing! Perhaps it'd be best to approach from the... I'm trying! Like, I don't... I don't... No. Am I, like, missing something? Oh. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, no, I failed. Oh, no, I've been spotted. Damn it! Let's try this again. Apparently I have to click on him to give him the signal. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, I failed. The timing, because I waited till his back was turned, and then, like, it was too soon. Guys, I'm bad. I'm bad at video games, what can I say? Alright. Alright, as soon as it turns. There we go. My goodness. I probably was overthinking it the first time, because I probably just clicked it too late. It's so big. Don't stop and admire it. Throw the thing. There you go. And then it falls backwards and crushes them. Oh, no. And I just went to sleep. I did it! I did it! Let's move on to another Talos, shall we? Oh, there's bombs too. Okay, the bombs turned. You didn't even have to pay attention to those bombs. That's kind of silly. Maybe the next one will be harder. Sadly, I failed like a bajillion times on the easiest one. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave the next one to me, Ari. He's gonna get himself killed. Am I done? Haha! That should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. They're marching. They're so big. Yay! Success. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulmore's food stores has shown forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it is plain your time in Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. Thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands, would you not agree? We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai is worried sick. I guess he didn't actually run away. After all that. We're gonna scare people marching those things into town.
Right. Right then. Form a line and make for Yulmore.
And then they crush them. People are going to panic. Yeah, that's not terrifying.
What's that noise? Wicked White! Runaway Talos! Call the guard! Stay back! All of you!
Why did everybody run up? Oh no, danger! Danger! Let me just run towards it.
Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see... Dearest, I can't...
And he explodes. Did she just kill him?
Oh dear.
I almost said hi to that message, but it's just a bot message. I think this is like the third time I've gotten it.
you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
And stomp my enemies with Taluses. Aww. It's so magical. And she crushes him again.
Dearest, please!
I feel like that's me hugging Arthas. Arthas, where are you, my little snuggle butts? Where he's like, oh yay, attention. And he's like, oh god, no. Why? That was quite a reception, one Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Yulmore, it will be much simpler to gather one and all so Master Chai can make his inaugural address. Moving forward, despite the butterflies in his stomach, Chai News is prepared to address the masses. No need to fret, Ari. I have never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Ulmore. As for what to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kai Shear, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gatetown and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad, I will let the guards know not to bar the ways to Fothry's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect... Why do they still call it Vothry's chambers? It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming she's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman at the Crown Lift will show you up. So that's all I have to do? I just have to show up? How about I just teleport there? It's gonna speed things up significantly. How do we move up? Canopy. There we go. I'm pretty sure the entrance is up here. Indeed it is. This way. Oh my goodness, that is spicy. My mouth is burning. Ah yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The Emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions, free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. But for you, our guest of honor, we have reserved a place at the front. Right this way, miss. Is he nervous? Does he just not know what to say?
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around?
They should all be looking around. They're all free citizens of Yulmore.
It's a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gatetown too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. and so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today.
Fuzzy catnip toy. Is that Fuzzy?
Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you.
Hey, Triarius, how's it going?
But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night.
NaNoWriMo started for you 2 hours ago? Damn. It has not started for me, and I'm not planning on doing it this year, sadly. I haven't even really thought about writing lately. I don't even know what I would write. But I just, I don't want to invest the time this year.
Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
You're boring me, Chinese. It's a long speech. Why aren't their boots purple? I guess purple and gold look nice together. You remember NaNoWriMo streams? Yeah. I did it twice, 2 years I think, I streamed it. I hope I'm almost done, but if it's not finished, it doesn't seem to be wrapping up soon, then I'm gonna have to not finish the MSQ tonight. It's been a few years since you did one. Are you doing it this year, or are you just commenting that you could be doing it already? That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. If only politics were that easy. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I've learned anything from all this, it's that change begins with the individual. You're doing it 600 words in? Nice. What kind of story are you writing? 'Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Umorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all of these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? A fantasy based on a D&D campaign that you've been running for 6 years? Nice. So you got a lot of history and a lot of knowledge about it. That should make that easier. We will not be moving to the Emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Where are these people? Yes. Yes, of course. Haven Bet? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folks outside these walls as don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting on their crumbs. If you've a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. So far, had a town devoured by a coven of vampires and their undead wargs. Damn, that's a good start. Very action-packed. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Ari. I hope to see you again before long. I find it strange that not a single person in Yulmore of the free people are have an interest in wanting to keep things as they were. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I have resolved to remain here until such a time as Yulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours. So Alphinode's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something's better taking its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit, just a matter of taking the first step. Alright. Vows of virtue, deeds of cruelty. Oh, that's the name of the thing. Is this the last quest then? Alphino wears a satisfied smile, seemingly content with the state of Yulmore. Truly, to see Kai Shear thus inspired by her actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I wish to stand and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhaps Beck-Lug's studies have borne fruit in our absence. I suspect he will need time. Alright, we're going back to the Crystarium. Always be casting. Yep. That's what you gotta do. I remember when a time when healers didn't have to always be casting because they had to manage their mana. But now it's true of everyone. Let me in. I do have business. I just did a Hades clear party, didn't clear to help a friend, and they did a cool strat for the Broken Faith. What did they do for it? Which is Broken Faith? Is that the thing where the things come down from the top that I hate? Welcome back. We were given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after considerable soul-searching, he chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Aura site? You say cool, they just all stay in the middle and take the Vuln stacks because it's only 2 hits and it's so easy to heal, especially as White Mage. Oh. Yeah, I guess that works. Hmm. Interesting. So people can just focus DPS. Yeah, that works. It's one way to do it. I mean, yeah, I'd be able to DPS more, even having to heal people, as if I can just like top them up with like a cure 3 or something, and have people sit in like a asylum. I mean, asylum might be enough. A confession and a lily. Yeah. Pop temperance. Yeah, I mean that's even easier. Isn't the second one like, because you'd already have a Vuln stack? Does that still not do that much? Hmm. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Horse? I read that already. You and Astro co-healer, what were they doing? Do you know? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that white orosite was ill-suited for our purposes. Oh. But Urianger, did you not say that, compared to the massy soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? So with her star and an aspect of Helios is perfectly fine. Maybe a celestial op was in there, but who knows? Definitely overheal for it just in case. Yeah, I would at least the first few times. That I did, and armed as we are with Beck Lug's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul, a link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as orosite doth require. Thus the shedding of these fleshy simulacra, and the surfeit of ether which comprises them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the orosite instead, but it would more likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Yeah, that doesn't sound good either. Which is why we have abandoned that plan, and instead devoted our time to finding a means in which the mind and soul might be transported together. When there are no closer, then we are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited a most intriguing solution. Posited. When our discussions turned from the transference of memories to the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have a personal experience. Ari, do you recall that we learned of what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Daga and Une? I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the crystal tower. If we are to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wheresoever it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it's best that Ari return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings unto Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Alright, and we're going back to Tataru. Seems like we'll be wrapping shit up though, but who knows how long that quest will be. I'm already 10 minutes over. But as soon as I'm done this quest, I'm going to be ending my stream. And I will be back tomorrow at 7 to do Nier quest, Nier raid, and maybe some Hades. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I wanted to do dailies tonight too. That didn't happen. Oh well. Tataru! Alright! Yuri, you're back! How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Kryle will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. Gods, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyways, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. Upon speaking with Sataru... Oh god! I don't have sufficient time. No. No. Alright, we're gonna do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. Alright, guys. Well, it's been fun. Wow, that took a lot longer than I was expecting. But yeah, I did see people mentioning a really long cutscene. I should have remembered that. Alright guys, well that is it for me for tonight. I will be back tomorrow, finish up this MSQ, do some Nier raid, do my dailies. I feel like if I have to finish up this quest, I probably won't have time to get into Hades tomorrow, so we'll just have like a casual night. Maybe I'll do some trust dungeons if we've got like a little bit of time left over. Anyways, until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Thursday night. Have a good Friday, and I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Later.